Hey foodies, welcome and welcome back to Cooking with Kiana. On the menu today, I have another quick and easy recipe for you guys. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these quick and easy, melt in your mouth garlic butter steak bites. The steak is jam-packed with flavor, it's super juicy and moist, and you just get that perfect bite. I can't wait to show you guys how it's done. But before I begin, make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed this recipe and subscribe so you don't miss weekly recipes. Now without further ado, let's get started. So for this recipe, I'm going to use 2 New York strip steaks. However, you can use any cut of steak that you want, like ribeye or etc. Just make sure it's boneless. You'll also need 4 cloves of garlic, some fresh parsley, 4 tablespoons of salted butter, and about 4 sprigs of thyme. You're going to be using this to make your garlic butter sauce. To season up this steak, you're going to use 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, a teaspoon of Lawrys seasoning, 1 teaspoon of complete seasoning, and a half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. You'll also need 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Alright, you're going to be using this to make the marinade. To start off, you want to go ahead and cut your steak up into little bite-sized pieces, which is super simple. So just go ahead and cut that steak going across horizontally. And then you're going to go ahead and cut them going vertically. Now, as far as the size, it's totally up to you. If you want yours to be a little bit more on the bigger side, that's okay, as long as they are all the same size so they can cook evenly. And you're just going to keep continuing to cut this up until all of your steak is cut up into bite-sized pieces. Now, once your steak is all done being chopped up, you're going to go ahead and transfer it into a large bowl so we can make this quick little marinade. So go ahead and grab your seasoning and break out that spoon and go ahead and stir that together until it is well combined. Now you're going to take all of that seasoning and add it onto your steak. And don't worry, it looks like a lot of seasoning. It's not, because a lot of the seasonings don't have a lot of salt in it. So now you're going to go ahead and add in your Worcestershire sauce and your soy sauce. And don't be scared, go in with your hands to really make sure that seasoning is really massaged into that steak and it's well penetrated. If you don't feel comfortable, just throw on some gloves, you'll be all right. You're gonna let this marinate for at least 30 minutes, but if you can do overnight, that's even better. Next, you're gonna grab your skillet, add a generous amount of oil, put that heat up to a medium to high heat, and once that's nice and piping hot, you're gonna go ahead and add in your steak. Making sure you don't overcrowd your pan, all right? You wanna get a good sear on this. So if you need to do this in batches, go ahead and do so. I ended up doing mine in 3 batches. Now, if you like your steak medium like me, you're gonna let it cook on a minute per side. Now, if you're somebody that likes your steak medium well to well done, you're gonna let it sear for about 2 to 3 minutes per side. Just keep in mind, the longer you let it sear per side, the drier it's gonna be. Now, once you've got a nice crust on both sides, you're gonna go ahead and remove all of your steak bites so you can go ahead and add your next batch. So now you're gonna go ahead and repeat those same steps. So make sure that pan is nice and piping hot. Spread out the steak bites. Sear the steak 1 minute per side if you like it medium, 2 to 3 minutes if you like it medium well to well done. Once you're all done with that batch of steak, go ahead and remove it from your pan and get started on the next batch. Repeat that same step until you're all done searing all of your steaks. Alright, so now it's time to make that garlic butter sauce. I'm going to go in and add the 4 tablespoons of butter and add that steak right in. At this point, you're gonna go ahead and turn off the heat. Since it's a cast iron, it holds a lot of heat, so that residual heat is gonna go ahead and cook this garlic butter sauce. All right, so you're gonna go ahead and give that a good stir until that's well combined. Add in your thyme, and then you're going to add in your garlic. Make sure you crush up your garlic first before you add it in. And this will really help give the butter sauce a nice garlic taste. Now you're gonna go ahead and stir that together and let that cook for about a minute or 2. Once you're all done, you're gonna have this juicy, buttery, super flavorful steak bites. And man, who would have known this would be so easy to make at home? Once it's all done, you're gonna go ahead and remove it from that pan so the steak does not further cook. Go ahead and plate this up, and of course you can't forget to add that excess garlic butter sauce on top. Add a little bit of parsley on top, and this will definitely impress anybody that you serve this to. Perfect for a date night or just a special occasion in general. It is so delicious, and I cannot wait for you to try it. For the full recipe, make sure you guys check the description box below so you guys can make this at home. When you guys do make this at home, make sure you leave a comment letting me know how it turned out. If you're new and you enjoyed this recipe, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss weekly recipes. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed this recipe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.